Good evening and welcome to the OARS D-star net. This net meets regularly on Monday night at 8 p.m. on the OARS 444.150 D-star repeater. My name is Wes and my call sign is AE0OC. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have emergency traffic? Please call now. Hearing that, I will move on to announcements. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at Happy House will be Saturday, September 16th. Saturday breakfast with the OARS Club for the month of July will be at 7:30 a.m. at Family Restaurant in Mount Vernon. More to follow. Saturday, July 29th, that's this coming Saturday, the OARS POTA group will be meeting at George Washington Carver National Monument near Diamond at 10 a.m. for a POTA activation. There will be hamburgers and hot dogs that were extras from field day, so please bring a side dish to add to the mix. August the 12th, the club picnic and meeting will be at White Park. Please bring a side dish and have your own eating utensils with you. We will eat at about 5 p.m. August 19th, the OARS Club will hold a tailgate ham fest across from the Aurora Bowling Alley on the open parking lot. Bring your own shade canopy, and vendors pay $20 for a space to sell at the event. We are expecting a run time of 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets. The D-star net, Monday at 8 p.m. on 444.150. The 2-meter net at 7 p.m. on 146.970. And the simplex net every Thursday at 8 p.m. on 146.460. And this net is now being streamed on the 5-9 Radio YouTube channel. So if you want to see how you sound on the radio or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. Are there any other announcements of interest to amateur radio? Please call now. All right, well, let's just move right into the NetLogger check-ins tonight. We'll start out with KE6GAE. Dave, how are you doing tonight?
AE0OC and the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. Oh, we're doing pretty good, Wes. I grabbed the wrong right microphone. I almost grabbed my 991. I've been on 20 meters, so I almost grabbed the wrong mic. Other than that, just trying to stay out of the heat this week, and hopefully work goes pretty easy and the week goes by fast. And looking forward to meeting up with you guys down there at the POTA event at George Washington Carver. With that, don't have a whole lot for the net tonight. Thanks for running the net, Wes. Just wanted to get in for the numbers. So we'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave, looking forward to seeing you there Saturday as well. And appreciate you checking in tonight. Okay, we got an honorary check-in of Steve, KA0SPM. He checked in on the live chat. And I also see Sean on there, KE0MAD. Hopefully you're by a radio, Sean. So if so, go ahead and come with your check-in.
Well, if I can get this thing on high power, I might be able to do something. Anyway, thanks, Wes, for running that K0M80 on the portable here in the recliner with a loud child in the background. Nothing going on here. Thanks again. Thanks for running that K0M80 on the portable.
All right, Sean. Thanks for checking in tonight. Sounds like you got your hands full. It was pretty loud here earlier, but it has quieted down now. My son left, so my granddaughter and him aren't going at it like they were earlier. They got to harass each other a little bit, seems like. But they had them going and the dogs all worked up, and it was a madhouse for a while. But in any case, glad to have you on here tonight. Look forward to seeing you Saturday. So that puts us down at the bottom of the net logger list. Do I have any more check-ins for the OARS D-star net?
Hey. November 2, Sierra Alpha Whiskey.
All right, picked up 2 of you in there. May have had a double, but we'll check for that here in a minute. Let's start with KE0LTG. Lawrence, how are you tonight?
Okay, it's in the front room. Maybe you's already gone and I didn't hear you. I started a project in the front room of trying to get some walls in the living room ready to paint this afternoon. So that'll be a new project for me. But anyway, I tune in and see who's on. Just want to say hi. This is KE0LTG.
Well, Lawrence, some painting projects, they can be a lot of work. The prep work is where it's at, though. That's what's most important. Are you changing colors?
Yeah, I think I'll go to a white on 2 of the walls anyway, maybe 3. I'll see. But yeah, I got a bunch of prep work. It's one of those things where I thought I could wash it and get started, and I'm going to have to do some caulking and repair work along the way, and probably another scrape down job on it. But I haven't done anything to that wall for years and years. Back when my mom was alive, I painted it. So, yeah, it's going to take some repair work as well. Anyway, that's how it goes with an old house. KE0LTG, Claire.
All right, Lawrence, thanks for checking in tonight. We very much appreciate it. And say 73 to you and move on down to N2 SAW. Stephen, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, Wes, I am doing all right. Wasn't sure if I was making it in. This is N2 SAW. Yeah, I've been trying to get this going, and I could never get it going. So I did some more work in the settings on there to get D-star going, and had to turn my preamp on to be able to hear anything. I guess my 440 doesn't do as well to this repeater as the 2 meters does, because I can get 5 or 10 over S9 on that, and this it's barely above the squelch without the preamp on. So I wanted to see if I could get in and if I am being heard intelligibly and all that good stuff. So I will send it back to you and to SAW.
Oh yeah, Stephen, you've got a perfect signal in here. Sounding great into the machine.
Well, it's a good deal. Was running it at 50 watts just to make sure. Is the placement of this repeater lower on the tower? I assume it's on the same tower as the 970.
Yes, I'm not sure the exact height. I used to know, but I have forgot now. But it is considerably lower than the 9.7 tower. The 9.7 antenna is.
One thing I'll say is a tribute to the way this D-star is even with it barely showing on the meter, I'm not getting any static or anything. Everyone that's making it into the repeater, that is, sounds great. So my understanding is digital modes don't do as well as analog when there's a weaker signal, but I don't know, seems to be doing pretty well. So that's definitely something that's nice. On that. So I will go ahead and say 73 and send it back to you. This is N2SAW.
All right, Stephen, I just got a message on the live chat from Sean, and he is not hearing you on the repeater. So it is very possible that you are coming at me without the offset, and that I am picking you up directly on simplex.
It's very possible. This is the first and only D-star channel that I've set up. But I've gotten you better through simplex, so I must be getting the repeater. And that be, I'll have to poke around in the settings unless Sean happens to know exactly where the setting is that I might be missing for this, because it's a 9700 also. So, back to you, and to SAW.
All right, yeah. Well, you would be hearing me on the repeater because I do have my offset set up, so you're receiving me off of the repeater for sure. But I'm wondering if maybe I'm not catching you on on simplex. And Dave is hearing you also, but he hears you on simplex normally too. So yeah, and Steve's saying he's seeing you on simplex on this frequency. So I'd say that's probably what it is. Sean, have you got a moment where you could maybe try to tell him where to find the right setting at?
Well, what radio does he have?
It's the 9700.
Does he have is it saved in his? Does he have it saved in the DR memories, or is he just have it on the? He just dial in the frequency and set it on DR mode or DV mode.
I'll it's programmed because it's a memory channel in here, so it should be through the channel.
All right, Steven. Yeah, but are you pressing the DR button to get to it, or is it just a memory channel that you have set on the DV mode?
I have it. I didn't push the DR button to get to it, so I've just set up as the DV mode. So do I need to push and hold, or just push the DR button?
Hang on for a moment there, Stephen. Let me have Sean walk you through the rest of it. Sean, it's a regular memory with DV mode.
All right, so push the function button on the bottom there, and you'll have two menus in the function. You just want to find your offset and put it on positive. You probably just have no offset. So hit function and I think there's a 1 and a 2 menu there. Find your offset, make sure it's positive and it's on 5 megahertz. And that'll get you.
All right, Stephen, did you catch all that? Well, I'm going to guess that Stephen is trying that as we speak. So we'll give him a chance. Maybe he can pop in a little later and we'll see if he's getting it working. I think I had a double when Lawrence was checking in. So at least it cut off the end of him, it sounded like. So if you were trying to get in when Lawrence was checking in, just you call now. All right, well, apparently not. So let's see if we got anybody else that wants to check in. Any more check-ins for the OARS D-star net? Okay, A0RM, are you there? Or perhaps wanting to check in?
That's me, Wes. About 4 times I've tried, and I thought that's probably the one that doubled with Lawrence there. Can you hear me?
I did that time. It was the first time I heard you, though.
That's weird. Anyway, I was hearing Steve also. Wasn't no signal, but he was coming in perfectly clear. Well, like I said, there wasn't any signal. Anyway, Wes was kind of wondering on the POTA for Saturday, do you want me to bring my shop fan and a generator in case there's no electricity?
I don't see why it would hurt to bring it. It is going to be awfully hot. And so, I mean, there are buildings there that we can go to get into the air conditioning, I think, if we need to. You know, if somebody starts to get too hot, we can go in where it's cooler, but it might not be a bad deal. You might talk to Sean about it, see what he thinks. I haven't ever looked over that venue to see what we have to set up there. I mean, I've been there, but I was back in the park part. I wasn't out where the picnic tables and all that are.
Yeah, when I was over there at Joplin Hamfest here a few years ago, way back in the woods there, you know, they had them big buildings, but I've never really never did see any picnic tables there or anything except the big buildings over there. So, and that's where D&L Les he was set up over there. But anyway, I'm going to discuss that later on, I guess there. So that's about it here. A0RM, Aurora.
All right, Bob. I'm glad you got checked in tonight. So, but in any case, that puts us down at the bottom of the list again. Do I have any further check-ins for the OARS D-star net?
And to SAW.
Go ahead, Stephen.
All right. Yeah, I think I got the setting right. I tried calling a couple times, but you weren't picking me up. I set it to right, the setting, and that seems to be working. At least you can get me. I don't know if Sean's able to hear me now.
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead, Dave. And yes, Sean is hearing you.
Yeah, and I can tell by the meter that he's definitely coming through the repeater now because I'm seeing a different signal on my radio.
He's a peg and everything now here. Sounding good. KA0R.
Deal that tells you what some proper programming can do for you. Yeah, I thought I had that programmed in there, but apparently not. So it's in there now, so at least I'll be able to pick the net up from now on. So I will send it back to you again, Wes, N2SAW.
All right. Well, good deal, Stephen. I'm glad you got it figured out. And if it wasn't for Sean being on his HT in the living room, we probably wouldn't have known any different because we were all picking you up on simplex.
So I guess the question I have is, does D-star automatically switch to simplex when the repeater's not there? Because I don't know how that was working without, anyone pushing their reverse button. Maybe someone out there with some D-star knowledge could enlighten me.
Yeah. You were hearing the repeater, so you were hearing everybody talking on 444-150, and you were transmitting on 444-150 where everybody was listening. So you weren't hearing everybody simplex. You were hearing the repeater, but everybody was hearing you simplex.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Once you started to say it, I was like, oh yeah, but yeah, that's kind of an odd occurrence to run into. Normally, people program the radios right. I don't always necessarily, as this proves. But yeah, good deal. I know the 9700 has like a built-in hotspot or something like that. I haven't tried that yet, so I had to get my D-star registration done that K6GAE had told me about. So at some point I'll have to see if I could, hear some of those reflectors. I don't remember what the terminology was for a D-star, but one of the D-star rooms, for lack of a better word. See if I can get into that. So, all right, sending it back the last time, I promise. I won't come back anymore. I will say 73 times 10 from N2SAW.
All right, Stephen. Appreciate you checking in tonight. Look forward to hearing you again next week. So, do I have any further check-ins for the OARS D-star net?
November 0, Mike Lima Papa in 0 MLP Marvin in Greenfield Mobile.
Well, hello, Marvin. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, Wes, doing pretty good. Hope everybody else is doing good out there. Finally caught a spot here in town. I'm up here running around and found a spot here in town where I could start hearing the repeater, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, you're getting in good. Sounding just fine. So, sometime or another, we'll have to get Nevaeh and Siri on the radio together and see if they can't get each other fired up good. Siri's been doing good, though. She's really been studying hard. I kind of pretty got high hopes that she's going to pass this thing the first try.
That's good. Yeah, hopefully she'll get it. I'm sure she's probably not going to have too much of an issue there. Just study it up. So we started studying today. I'm kind of hoping maybe we can get Calista and Nevaeh tested on Friday, but I'm not real sure about Nevaeh. She kind of had a breakdown about it today, so I don't really know. I just think she's lost interest because she ain't had much time on the radio, really.
Well, you tell her that Siri is studying to take hers, and really is wanting to be able to talk to her on the radio. And we're going to try our best to get where she can hit the 9.7 from down there. Because I can hit it from their driveway on 5 watts out of my van. So I'm just pretty sure that we can figure out some way to get her enough antenna that she can hit it with that HT.
Yeah, I'd say that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And, yeah, I told Nevaeh that Siri was steadying up, but I'll let her know that she's wanting to be able to talk to her. I think maybe that'll be the fire that needs to be lit.
Yeah, you got to keep these teenagers or preteens motivated. You got to put the carrot out there, that's for sure.
Without a doubt. And I keep telling her, too, I said, if you just get past the test part, the rest of it's a lot of fun. The test is the worst part of it, and it ain't even really that bad, you know?
Yeah, roger, roger. All right, well, you got anything else, Marvin?
Oh, that's it. It's good to hear you. Hope everybody has a good evening, and we'll say 73s to you, Wes. Appreciate you running the net. And sounding good as always. And we'll hand it right back to you. AE0OC, this is N0NLP.
All right, Marvin. Hopefully we'll see you guys there Friday. So, I'll say 73 and see if we have any more check-ins for the D-star net. Final call for check-ins on the OARS D-star net. All right, I'm not hearing anybody else, so had a total of 8 check-ins tonight, including myself, and also including the honorary check-in for Steve. And very much appreciate everybody who did check in tonight. It was a pleasure having you on here. Hope to see all of you out there Saturday at George Washington Carver. And until then, have a good week, and don't forget about tomorrow night's 2-meter net with Marvin. And so, AE0OC returning the repeater back to normal traffic.